Now, I now move on to the monstrosity that is Edgware Towers. This is a truly ridiculous proposal for a cluster of very high-rise buildings in Edgware Broadwalk. Their plans are to build a cluster of 29 high-rise buildings, one block of 29 stories and 14 others in excess of 20 stories. This will totally change the character of Edgware, morphing it into a Canary Wharf twin and literally overwhelming the current infrastructure. Now, important to note, I am supportive of reasonable development, but certainly not outrageous development in this way. Ballymore Estates are trying to put the same amount of housing that would take up the entire area of St James's Park on the space of Edgware bus station. It is a nonsense. There are many ludicrous things that happen over this. Construction will take more than 10 years, completely killing the SMEs on the high street. The underground bus station poses a major threat to people's safety, particularly women and girls. Further, there is the fire safety issue of the electric buses and the batteries that will be contained. This will be the first anywhere in the world where electric buses will be put underground overnight. There will also be very limited parking, none for residents, and cars are needed by residents to travel east to west. It's all very well if you want to travel into the centre of London, but if you don't, if you want to travel anywhere else, you need a car. And indeed, what will also have as an impact on the traffic is that all around the area will have to be controlled parking zones for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, because there will be no controls on the residents in these particular properties. Now, it completely ignores public opinion. My recent survey has received more than 1,000 responses, with 96% against the proposals. Now, last week I met Ballymore Estates to discuss their unacceptable proposals. It's fair to say we had an interesting discussion, but I made clear my opposition to their plans. The sheer scale of the development is complete codswallop, and it's clear they are not listening to the views of local people and businesses. They are planning on submitting their application to the local authority by the end of September, so it's vital that residents share their views and voice their objections as soon as possible. I will make clear, we're not against development, we're just against the scale and density that is being proposed.
Now, to get to the points raised by honourable members, my honourable friend for Harrow East made a fantastic speech, and he very much laid out the case for his petition and why the hard-working people shouldn't be held to ransom by the megalomania of the Mayor of London and his ULEZ charge. He mentioned the challenges of HMOs in his constituency, and many of us have felt some of the challenges, I'm sure, there. And he did say that the difference that his Conservative council making in taking on a lot of additional social housing and making significant progress on road resurfacing. He also mentioned the India trade deal, and I'm really pleased that the government's making progress on the India trade deal. That's something that's extremely important in the context now that we have left the European Union, and it's important that we get the trade deals with what are the fastest growing economies in the world, and India is certainly one of them. In regard to